What's up? Twitch.tv/speedrun. My name is Stellar. Joining me today is IDGeek121 for the Sonic Adventure 2 Battle All Stories Speedrun Showcase run between Dage4 and Seraphim. How you doing, Geek?
I'm doing okay. How are you?
Doing pretty good. I'm gonna enjoy this race. It's gonna be sweet.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited. We don't do stuff like this super often, so it's pretty cool to see us getting like a little bit of emphasis.
For sure. How do you feel about this race upcoming, Dage?
I feel, pretty good. Uh, I don't really know what to say. I feel pretty excited about what's gonna happen. I think me and Seraphim are gonna have some really close, times together, and I think this match is just gonna be, a really cool battle to the death sort of thing.
Yeah, for sure. How about you, Seraphim?
I think the biggest thing for a race like this is to, I guess it's weird to say for a speed run to go slow and steady in the sense that, like, if, mistakes happen, then know that there's a lot of run to go, that there's a lot of factors. So it's kind of an exciting race to do because you don't know what's going to happen. I could have a really good hero, but if I screw up Dark, maybe Dage can catch up, and it'll be a lot of fun. I know Dage is the world record holder for all stories, so it'll excited to see how I can test up to that kind of skill.
Yeah, I agree. I think Seraphim, I believe we're gonna have some fun.
Oh,
All right.
that's for sure.
I have a couple questions for you guys. So, have you guys agreed on starting on one of the stories together, or which ones are you guys going to start with?
We haven't talked about it. I'm personally starting on Hero Story.
Me too. I think Hero Story has like a big skip at the beginning, and that saves like 30 seconds. So I think that's pretty important to get, in an all stories situation.
Yeah, that's what I'm used to, and I feel like Hero Story has a lot more challenging tricks overall compared to Dark Story. So getting those out of the way will make the run feel, I think, much more relaxing once I get past levels like Green Forest and Crazy Gadget, and even things like Egg Golem.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Yeah, completely.
Hero Story's got so many weird things that you got going on at the beginning, and it's nice that both of you starting on Hero is going to make it really easy for Stellar and I to keep track of everything.
Because it'd be really weird trying to explain like the Iron Gate ring route at the same time while somebody else is doing ZE skip, you know?
For sure. we would have probably just done the same thing anyway in that sense.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So the golden question, ESG or no ESG?
No.
We decided no, mainly because, for one, like, I don't know about Dage's experience, but I've had issues with the game crashing after ESG, and after waiting for 5 minutes and then have the skip not work, and then because your game crashes is really dumb. In addition to that, I also think there's a weird route change you have to make when you use ESG in an all stories run to make it most effective. So we decided to just do it normal. There's plenty of stuff for us to show off. I mean, the emblem skipping the cutscene is neat and all, but for this kind of a purpose, there's some way cooler stuff we're going to be showing you guys.
Yeah, for sure. ESG is like hassle to like set up, and even though like it saves time in some of the RTA categories, since this main category goes by IGT, it doesn't really matter. Yeah. For the purposes of this race, we are doing RTA, but like if we were to get like a PB or something, then it wouldn't matter.
Yeah, anything else you'd want to ask, Geek?
Or? No, I don't really have anything else. I was just going to say, we got the word that pregame talk's over, and it's about time to start, so...
Give me a hot second. I need to open up my splits.
All right, sick. Yeah, so good luck, Dage. Good luck, Seraphim.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Good luck on the race, guys.
All right,
hopefully,
well, we're going
to treats you pretty well.
I'm
yeah,
gonna leave the call now.
No kidding.
Good luck.
Cool. Thanks, guys, for commentating. See y'all on the other side.
Yep.
Peace out.
Yep, same thing.
All right. So, yeah, it's, I guess, about to start. Guess we'll wait to see when both them press A, you know?
I'm super excited, honestly.
Oh, man. it's gonna suck if one person gets C skip and the other doesn't.
I was
It's
actually
gonna-
just thinking about it. Like it could really, because it's not. It will just kind of decide the omen, I guess. Kind of like it'll show which one of them is going to be starting ahead and which one of them has to make up the ground. And it looks like Seraphim is off.
All right, so maybe now's a good time to explain basic Sonic mechanics, since it's about 30 seconds of doing nothing right around here.
Yeah, fair
So
enough.
when you're on flat ground and when you're going uphill, you're going to want to spin dash, cancel the spin dash, and then recharge it again. We call it spin dash changing, and that'll allow you to maintain the maximum flat ground speed. On the downhills, you're actually going to stay in the ball form, and that's going to allow you to get to a higher speed cap.
Yeah, maintaining your speed is the most important part of this entire speed game. Sonic, it's a lot about ball form versus running form, and in Tails, which you'll see in an upcoming stage. Tails, you'll see in an upcoming stage, is a lot more about maintaining gradual angle shifts.
Yep. So we saw both runners try to go for CE skip. Unfortunately, neither of them got it. Dage messed up the setup for it. Seraphim got the setup, but it's kind of like a pseudo RNG positioning thing. So unfortunately, it didn't work out for him. So you're gonna get to see the rest of the stage.
I wonder how much Seraphim has practiced skipless CG, because I know Dage and Monkey, another runner, like to really go at it with their skipless CE times, but I'm not too sure about Seraphim.
As far as I know, Seraphim's like a reset monster when it comes to this sort of thing. It's like he's been pushing for almost world record. He's pushing for top 3, so he was like, I have to get CE skip in a run,
Dave's pulling off a rather nice truck section, though, sticking to all the floors. That is the absolute best outcome, is to just stick to every single hill. Because if you do fly off, then that's a decent, like, 2-3 second time loss.
Yeah, Dage did it perfectly. And a 150 is really, really good. Comparison to Seraphim's 2. Unfortunately, he ended up launching off a little bit during the truck, but it's really finicky.
Yeah, if you don't play the truck section exactly right, then it likes to yell at you a lot. But
yeah, I guess that's another thing we should probably mention. If you're going too fast as you go over hills like that, you won't stick to the ground. So, in a lot of cases, you're gonna want to like charge spin dashes over hills.
yeah, just to make yourself go like not quite, like a little bit slower, so that you can keep speed and go even faster later. Dage and Seraphim, Dage making quick work of Bigfoot. Seraphim looking to do the exact same by somersaulting and then jumping onto a box to get enough height to kill the boss. Pretty straightforward, pretty simple.
Now we got the first treasure hunting stage of the run. So they're going to be looking for 3 different pieces of the Master Emerald, and it's going to require them to, be on the lookout for free pieces. And for the other ones, they have to like memorize all these lines of text in order to know where everything's going to be.
Yeah, it is really down to who can just see what first. And it looked like Dage actually got on a railway as a free piece and went to go get it. Seraphim looking to get an on a railway piece of his own. I'm not sure how that one appears in the opening moments of the Wild Canyon, but
you can see it as you're like going up the wind tunnel or as you're approaching it. But if you see it, like at that point, you're about to just hit like your end splits, because on a railway is just not fun to get.
Yeah, oh, for sure. But yeah, Seraphim and Dage getting rather comparable Wild Canyon times. 29 and such high variance. That's rather good.
So we got a neat little boss here. We're going to just be like hammering at Eggman. He can't stand a chance.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
He tells you that you can't beat him in 100 years, but you beat him by aiming forward and pushing the B button until he falls over, so... Dage starting
Alright.
The first mech stage. Seraphim not far behind him. Again, going to be showing the very gradual turns of the mech that Tails is piloting to conserve as much speed as possible. Jumping around corners, because turning really harsh actually destroys all of your speed and makes you unable to do certain tricks like gate hops and stuff like that. So if you see the runners jumping for what looks like no reason, they are taking corners very nice.
Yeah, both of them have a really great start. Dage getting a mid 36 onto the elevator, an extremely good time. And Seraphim doing the same thing. What the heck?
Yeah, these are great prison lanes from both runners.
Oh, you're gonna see Seraphim. Dage did this also, but he actually shoots through the wall at an enemy in order to open this gate early. And that's a common thing in this stage. You're gonna see it a bit at the end also.
I don't know what kind of mech Tails can pilot that can shoot through walls and through floors, but it's pretty useful to have.
Alright, Dage getting a 121 check. This looks like it's going to be at least 134, unless something weird happens here. And Seraphim with a 122. Probably going to get about the same thing. Oh, shoot.
Ooh. That second gate hop can be a bit sketchy to really land properly, but Dage getting a 133 and Seraphim getting a 137. Still a very, very close race. I wonder if they'll be able to keep up this tension throughout the entire race, because this is a long run, but they appear to be matching each other pretty well.
Oh yeah, it's going to come down to, of course, the RNG stages. They're both really consistent, so I think that it's just going to end up being, like, someone's going to get a good death chamber compared to the other person.
Ooh. Death chamber really is the one that would do it too. Dage getting the light shoes, which the light shoes are a power-up that let you light dash through trails of rings, which you see them use literally as soon as they get it. This stage has a lot of light dashing to do, and there are some really cool optimizations that you can do with it.
Dage going for a kind of scary jump there, but that pulley skip works out for him. Seraphim's gonna do the same. Oh no, he's taking it safe.
Can you really blame him though? In a race this in a race of this caliber, I wouldn't be surprised if the more consistent option is the one that Seraphim tends to go for.
Yeah, I wouldn't blame him.
It's hard to. You gotta save every second you can, and you can't be going for the mega risky strats, you know what I mean?
Yeah, Dage is gonna come out with an extremely good time. This will be like a 118 maybe. Almost 119. Crazy good time.
Incredible.
Seraphim coming up at the end, gonna do a little hop. Oh, there he goes.
122, also very respectable.
Alright, so for this boss, Dage is going to be spin dashing into Shadow. He's going to get a really nice early hit. I don't know what Seraphim's going to do. I feel like he's added it into his like tech arsenal at this point, but
it is also viewed by a lot of runners as an IL strat, so he might, because he opted not to go for pulley escape, he might just opt to go for a safer Shadow 1 that's confirmed, you know what I mean? Dage does get it though. He's gonna get it. Ooh, 1099, barely sub 11, but sub 11 is very good.
Seraphim's just going to do the normal strat. Going to just walk right into him. He's going to be holding the B button, and he's going to get that hitbox out.
Yeah, I always thought that was funny, that you can just walk into Shadow, and because he doesn't know that you have a hitbox out, that you just damage him. Ooh, I'm excited. I wonder if Dage is going to go for TAS run, or if Seraphim will as well.
I know if Dage gets the opportunity, he will 100% do it
Oh, for
all the
sure.
time. Even if he messes up, he like feels obligated for it. And I know Seraphim's been practicing it a lot lately, so I think he's probably gonna do it too. He's been doing it so much.
Mhm.
Yeah, Dave's having a nice time with all the little hills and stuff. He didn't really get launched up much.
Ooh, he went for mini run, which is really cool. I love watching people get mini run. I wonder if Seraphim's gonna go for it, but it's just a really weird strategy, and sometimes it doesn't pan out. But luckily, it doesn't lose too much time when you miss it.
Oh yeah, neither of them got it. They both tried for it though.
Respect points. I love mini run.
All right,
Oh,
this
Dage
is
gets
task
on the
run. There we go. Get the corner. Little pause hover there.
That was crisp. That was really nice.
Yeah, not really like a task strat anymore. I don't know, but the name sticks.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, Seraphim having a tough time with it though. It's kind of weird. You have to have your camera just right to do it, but he's just gonna opt for a normal wall run. Only a tiny bit slower, but the execution barrier is like way lower.
Oh, for
So
sure.
it'll even out for most runners, unless you're like trying to go for like a crazy dumb time.
When you pull out all the stops to get every single skip possible.
This place sure feels haunted.
There's gotta be like some kind of a skip in every stage in this game. Like every single stage has a little something you can do to save time. It's crazy.
Yeah, like watching an IL is completely different from watching a single segment. And like lots of people who are like really good at ILs and don't practice single segment, like they'll do runs and then like they just look completely different.
Oh, for sure. It's like night and day. Because in an IL, it looks like they just get everything first try. But when you do single segment, you see every single failed IL that goes into the completed one.
It's closer.
Dage getting a nice layout with a 35.
Oh my goodness, dude. That is actually insane. A 36 Pumpkin Hill in like just first try, luck of the draw RNG. I can't believe it.
All right, I think Seraphim's gonna get something okay too. If his next piece is on Church, this will be okay. But if it's on Pumpkin,
Ooh, suffering from a
Oh.
stuffed nose.
yeah, this is not the piece you really wanted to see. It's kind of far away.
It's a pretty unfortunate set for Seraphim, but luckily he's still gonna get a sub 50 time.
Yeah,
Which
that's
with a
just-
set like that is fine.
Yeah, he executed fine. It's just he didn't get good pieces. And that's how it rolls sometimes. Ooh, Dage with a crisp 21 upgrade. And he does an IGT weight, so he's trying to get the lowest IGT possible at the end. It's not going to save him any RTA time, but like, you know, he'll do it.
Ooh. Oh, he's still able to make it up, okay. Those pause jumps, they always get me, dude. I always get so scared whenever I see somebody go for a pause hover and just pause and then jump in place.
Oh yeah. It's so easy to mess that up.
Oh my, he's not.
No, he did not have the height. He had the gravity because he jumped and he got a lot of speed, but there was no way that was going to clear the floor.
So what Dage just attempted was a trick called Mission Street Wall Run. Actually, you know way more about it than I do, Geek.
Oh yeah. So you need enough height and you need to like land on the pillar as it's collapsing at an angle to skew your gravity so that you fall into an invisible wall on the left and you just run like up to, you know, where the weight is that falls down and rises up. You can completely skip that. So no one's gotten in like a run first try yet. But when that happens,
Oh yeah, it's gonna be crazy. I can't wait to see it. I'm not sure how I'd feel about like a world where every like hero run needs to have it in order to PB, but as of right now, it's still just like it's almost like a party trick at this point. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. So Dage finishing the stage with a really cool, easy zero cycle, and Seraphim's looking to do the same.
That was a little tough.
Mm.
Gonna watch him go around this little corner. Oh, had a little bit of a bump there. It's kind of tight there, so
Mm. Yeah, just clearing out the car so that you can take nice corners.
Respect the inside
It's
of
the
mind.
little things like that that save you the seconds in the long run. Aquatic mine not giving. Oh, it gave him
Ooh,
under a mine
cool.
card. I spoke too soon.
yo, Commentators blasting.
Let's go. Oh my goodness.
Wow, this is a really good layout. Oh,
Oh,
it's still an okay layout.
Yeah, okay.
Still all right. Oh wait, it's the far away one, so he's gonna have to get a tight jump here. Oh,
Oh no.
when in doubt, clip out, dude.
No. This could be
This
what
is
Seraphim needs
Ooh,
to catch
Seraphim
up.
gets a free piece too. Oh,
But he gets-
minecart dumping area though. All right, that's not good.
It was such a shame. He hit switch 3 right as minecart dumping area came up on the radar. He is gonna clip out for it, but you hate to see it.
Yeah, this is the worst piece in Aquatic Mine. It's just like, you know, there are very few places where you can get it and still get an okay time.
The president must be
Chase the Skull is an alright final piece. You can just clip in and get it without too much difficulty, but minecart dumping area, you hate to see it. But yeah, the dented ceiling jump that Dage was going for was quite difficult in and of itself. I believe there's only like a handful of frames, and you have to be at like just the right spot so that when you jump off, your head doesn't bonk the ceiling, but you still get enough height to be able to actually like grab the emerald piece.
Yep, needs like a good jump, a good hover, and like, I don't know. It's so frustrating when you get that one.
Easy to tilt when you don't get it first try.
Yeah, so right now they're actually you'll see they're wiggling back and forth. If you don't know, when you're driving straight, you have a different speed cap from when you're drifting. So driving straight, your speed is like the in-game value is 10, but when you are drifting, your speed cap is going to be 15, and that's like the same as your boost speed. So by doing the drift throughout the entire stage, you're going to be able to preserve your boost speed and the downhills. But with that comes a risk. Seraphim, you know, trying to keep the wiggles going, just makes a little mistake there.
Those spinouts are so brutal. Because not only do you like realize that you've slightly miscalculated a turn, but it also gives you a moment to just really like feel bad about what happened. I
Yeah.
hate spinning out.
Oh, that's what Route 101, like, Route 101 will do that to you.
Mm.
Just life goes wrong so fast. And Dage is going to end up with a pretty good time. This should be a 2:14.
It's crazy that you just know.
Yeah, I found the president.
You have such an understanding of kart stages. It's crazy.
Yeah, well, there's not a lot of variance at, like, the really high level.
Yeah,
So
fair enough.
it ends up kind of being, like, what time they get around the end corner.
Mm. So let's see what time Seraphim can pull out.
Yeah, this is going to be like a 2:22 or... Yeah, 2:22, I think.
Yeah, that burnout was unfortunate. Gage is going into probably what most people would consider the most technical tail stage, hidden base, which is just crazy for movement. I wonder if he's gonna go for
Oh, he fumbles.
Oh,
He's gonna go. All right, cross your fingers. He's pretty good at this.
Yeah,
There
that was
we
a
go.
nice flip back in.
So that was a pretty cool skip. We call it a GC skip because it's tons easier on GameCube. So
On GameCube, there's a whole wall that doesn't exist, and instead of flipping back in through the corner, you can just go through the wall and you're fine.
yeah, we'll see if Seraphim goes for the pole jump. I really hope he does. I want to see one of these two get it. With that mess up, he probably won't go for it because
Yeah, he's
you
just
need.
going for GC skip as well.
Yeah. The full skip requires like meeting a platform cycle, so that's understandable that I didn't go for it.
Mm. Dage getting a 111 check. I can't wait to see what Seraphim will get. I want to like compare it because it's easy to see one runner ahead and just think that it's completely over. But in stages with such high execution barriers, it's really just the check to check. What's it called? The check to check variance of who's getting each little smidgen of time that you can make back.
I did it!
Oh yeah. It looks like Seraphim overall is still a little bit behind just because that fumble at the very beginning.
Mm,
Yeah, 113.
That was a
Still
little
doing
tough.
okay.
yeah. It's crazy the consistency in such a like in a 3D game where speed is calculated so hectically, I want to say, because like you can lose all your speed at any moment by like the slightest control stick mess up. Especially in the tunnels of Pyramid Cave, which Dage is going through right now. You want to aim for a 12, but I know Dage personally shoots for 11s. But he does end up getting a 12, which is very respectable still.
Ooh, he's going all out on this. He's trying to get like a... Oh, that's unfortunate. Yeah, so there's a little bit you can do to combat that. It looked like he tried to angle his stick diagonally too, but it still didn't work. He was going just a little too fast. But this is still, you know, that just means it kind of evens out, and it's like he didn't do the strat at all. So he's on very good pace.
Seraphim going through the tunnel himself. Looks like he's going to get a low 13, which is also rather solid.
We get to see the other strat here too. He's gonna do a little hover all the way up to here. Gonna do another spin dash hover right here. Nice. I love that trick so much. Ooh, look at what Dage is
going
doing.
for hex skip. Oh my goodness.
Oh man. Like, yeah,
I
it
saw him
looks like he
practice-
saved a little bit of time from that. That was
I wasn't
neat.
expecting him to go for it in the run. Are you kidding me? That's crazy.
Nah, it's because he was salty about messing up the beginning. He's like, I have to go for something great. Yeah, 128. Most people don't get under 130 in like their
Yeah.
single segment runs.
problem?
Anything under 130 is like, you're good.
Mm.
You should feel okay about that.
It's pretty standard to see like 135 to 138s for a lot of people that are in like the top 30, top 20. So just that kind of dominance is crazy. Let's see what his death chamber ends up being. A first try blue room piece. You
Oh
want to get a
no,
blue
it's the red
piece.
room. It's the red room one.
Oh,
Oh, that means this could be anything.
It's close.
Oh,
I have no
no.
idea what set this could turn out to be. Seraphim getting a 134, pretty solid. Dage getting Peace 2 Bat and a Scorpion, just gonna take the death. Reroll his Peace RNG, see what he gets. Triangle Flame,
Oh, maybe he'll get a core piece.
he's gonna check.
Or maybe
We'll see
he'll,
what
like,
happens.
Dude, what if he just drilled right there for the Chow hunted by a scorpion?
That piece is
No
nutty.
free-
Oh,
Wait,
I swore he saw merry-go-round. He paused for it too. Maybe he thought he saw it as well.
it's hard to tell. I guess it was probably just like one of the lights.
Hmm.
Oh, it's gonna be like green.
Oh,
Oh, No, that's good. That's
Is
really
it?
good, actually. Yeah,
I
it's
thought
red
that
blue.
was. Oh,
On the blue
I,
side.
I confused. What's it called? I confused two Eggmans far away from each other with two guys far away from each other. Which that would have been awful because that's in like green core hallway. Let's see what Seraphim's third piece ends up being. His first two look pretty decent.
Ooh, this is okay. Yeah, he's gonna just head straight to blue from here.
Yeah,
A little fumble there, but he's catching himself. This is a good set.
yeah. Using this opportunity to catch up a little bit.
Who's there? What the?
Dage going into Boom Boo. Let's see if he can grab a one cycle. I mean, of course he will, but let's see if he goes for Fireball Skip or the bait or what ends up happening.
Oh, you know he's going for it. He can't not. There we
Oh,
go.
He gets the
I think
bait.
Seraphim's gonna go for it too, I believe.
Oh, he barely
Nice
gets it.
hit.
Yeah, I know Seraphim definitely. He goes for it and runs for sure. So
I
I
love
wouldn't be
seeing-
surprised if he pulls it out.
I love seeing everyone going for it now. It's only recently like come into popularity, but it's like a 5-second time save. It's kind of significant.
It's been known about for a while though, hasn't it?
Yep.
What a half.
Oh, Seraphim unfortunately getting hit. Getting hit before he ended up behind him, so he does have to wait a little bit. But that minimal time difference could be completely mitigated by Dage's Egg Golem. But
Well,
he's already at
he's 2 for
super
2.
bounces.
3, okay.
Oh,
All
my
right,
goodness.
he's basically done with Egg Golem now. Once you get the first 3 hits, it's not too bad. But he's still trying to go for greed bounces. Oh,
the platform is
wow.
already low. Oh, and he falls down.
Oh no. Oh yeah. Why?
Goes for the fourth.
Wait.
Why?
He's not gonna make it back up. There's no reason.
Oh, and he gets.
All right,
gets the
it's
sixth.
Seraphim's time.
Did he really go for the sixth after all that? Oh my goodness, Dage.
Yeah, Seraphim can like, with this start, he can still save like 10 seconds over Dage, even with this kind of rocky start.
Speaking of opportunities to save time, Eternal Engine recently had a new skip discovered by Hazel, also known as Fusion Varia, a Tasser. She discovered that you could actually clip through. Oh no!
Seraphim just clipped through the ground. What the heck?
I wonder if Dage is gonna go for it. Looks like he's
Oh.
lining up. Oh, he doesn't clip through.
Try the left side.
Oh, and he
Hey.
gets it second try. Seraphim
Yeah.
finishing up at Golem, but that is, if Seraphim doesn't get this new skip, it could be a breakaway for Dage.
Yeah. So, wait, did he say what the name of the skip is?
Oh yeah,
Did we go
Dage.
over that?
He broke Bofa de boxes in the aptly named Bofa clip.
Yep. We really got our best people on naming that, and I think it turned out great.
I agree. Honestly, Bofa is a perfect name for this. Because it's a skip some people love. Oh, Seraphim gets it
first try. He's gonna save some time. Look at that. Yeah, so this is really similar to if you've seen, so like if you watch other runs, if you watch most other runs, you're gonna see that they go about like a minute and a half into the stage to clip out. Then if you watch a Dreamcast IL, they go like maybe 30 seconds in, but this clip is like 20 seconds into the stage. It gives you like a direct flight to the goal ring.
I gotta do better next time.
It's like a huge game changer.
Mhm. It just used to be some throwaway hallway that you just had to like kill an enemy and just pass through, but now it's the entire stage, really. It's the make or break.
All right, Seraphim gonna be dropping in pretty soon.
Mhm. Dage starting the
Nice.
last RNG hunting stage of Hero Story. Meteor Herd gets a piece one on the ground. I don't know if I'd take that.
Oh, this
wow.
is okay.
Solid. I'd take that for sure. I was kind of sketch about it because it likes to give you a floating stone above a moon or other really bad all the way up pieces if you get a piece on the ground at the beginning. But let's see what his third piece is.
Oh, this is really good.
Yeah, that's a solid set.
Yeah, it's gonna have to wiggle around here. The movement's not the greatest, but like that was a really good set.
Mm.
Seraphim going towards his first piece in a pretty good spot. Pretty average piece, very common.
Ooh, takes the spring, but his second piece is down below.
Oh, checks for the free piece too. I
You know
actually don't see people do that. That's a really good idea.
I've never seen anybody go for it, but like it didn't look like it cost him more than like all of 2 seconds.
Oh. This game is not being nice to Seraphim. He's like only had, I mean, his only okay RNG was Death Chamber. Everything else has been bad. Like you can't argue.
Oh no, all of his other piece sets have been not good at all.
Get away from my emerald.
Dage with a nice sub 15. Look
Yeah,
at
he
that.
makes quick work. Sub 15, I don't actually see sub 15 too often. Sub 16 is really common, but I don't think I see sub 15 too often.
Yeah, you actually have to, time your hits instead of just spamming. You gotta like make sure you get the hit as early as possible. So you kind of can go off the voice lines.
Oh, really? I didn't know there were audio cues for it like that.
Yeah, it's kind of a feel. I'm sure someone has like a very specific time that they want to do everything, but you could probably set up a good audio cue for it. But
Dage making sure he hits the checkpoint, the fateful checkpoint, before CGSS. But it looks like he might not need it. He gets out of bounds first try.
oh yeah, he's going.
This is a daunting skip for him to just be able to tear at it and clips the bottom of the goal ring. Well played from
barely
Dage.
manages to hit it. Good for him.
Yeah.
That's a good skip. That skip's always hype to watch. And
No problem.
now Seraphim has to get this first try. Dage has set an example.
Yeah, the bar is there.
This run's like really good for Dage.
Oh yeah.
Even with the stuff that happened in Aquatic Mine, with the Bofa clip, that's actually, I don't think it's world record pace. It's not going to be world record pace, I don't think. But
it's not awful by any means. Like he's doing very well.
oh yeah, this is like an easy 23
Seraphim's
IGT.
out first try.
Yo.
Oh.
Hey,
Takes the first try. Let's go, Seraphim.
let's go. But yeah, I think maybe Dage could get a 22 with this. We're gonna have to ask what time he got by the end. Dage super clean on the start. Gets a 14. That's a pretty good. Oh, he misses. He's gonna have to go for fast FR.
I can't believe he's actually just gonna play this out. But I mean, if the shoe fits, I wonder
Give
if
it one
he's gonna
try.
get it.
Give it one try. Oh, his gravity's off. There was no way.
He did hit the checkpoint
Wow.
though, so it's not going to be as much of a time loss as it could have been. But this is very lucrative death for Seraphim.
Yeah, that's really gonna help him out.
Yeah.
Little blessing he got. Yeah, so the reason that happened was because Dage tried to do a bounce between the rails, because bouncing onto rails like that can help you get above like the rail speed cap, but I don't know, it was kind of greedy. I didn't like the call.
Dage has
was a bad
definitely
call.
been playing this Euro story greedy. But I mean,
Seraphim's,
he got rewarded for a lot of his greed, so I can't blame him too much.
yeah, it's a really good run, and he's ahead. So
Yeah.
like, you can't argue with him being at the end of the skip, Seraphim just now getting around the corner, like an entire 40 seconds ahead. Or 30. More like 30.
Dage clarifying that he was going to go for fast FR anyway, but the missed rail transition was the just an added thing, kind of Batmaning the missed rail. Yeah, the level starts to load back in for Seraphim. I wonder if he's going to tweak right just to make sure he doesn't hit the kill plan. Oh no, he's gone.
Yeah, he was definitely good. It doesn't stretch too far right, but everyone likes to play it safe.
Dage starting up Shadow 2. Ooh, unfortunate bounce down from the second hit.
Ooh, wow, that was really weird. That's not how you usually see people miss hits. Oh, okay.
Oh, that was barely. Oh man.
Yeah, like a couple frames later, and that would not have hit.
Oh,
Shadow
yeah.
would have chaos controlled. 2401 IGT he just reported. So, I mean that's top 10.
Oh,
so,
for sure.
I mean, I guess it makes sense, him being a top runner. But
Sonic, I
Seraphim
did it.
coming in with the victory of his own in the hero side with a
16.
really good Shadow too.
It was clean. There was really nothing else to say besides he went for it and he did it. It went real well.
Yeah, Seraphim has been able to make up a lot of time on Dage just from the last 2 stages. He was so far behind because of Knuckles and like all these little things, and big mistakes help him catch. Not quite all the way, but anything can happen in Dark Story.
Yeah, we're right back in it. I'm excited for what Dark's gonna bring, especially with Rouge, because Knuckles may not have been kind to Seraphim, but we're yet to see what Rouge pulls out.
Yeah, so if you guys had fun watching the RNG fest that was Knuckles, just wait till you see Dry Lagoon, and let's watch one of the runners get like a 25-second run, and the other person's gonna get like over a minute.
Yeah, or Security Hall, where one of the runners gets like 3 beautiful pieces and the other one gets 2 different safe pieces, and neither of them are the one that they had unlocked already.
Man, this game is so cruel. Dark
Oh,
Story especially. So unfortunately there's no real credit skip or anything, but as far as like little menu skips we have, we mentioned a little bit at the beginning, we have an emblem skip glitch, but these 2 runners aren't doing it because some people have trouble setting it up, and it'll, for the all stories route, it involves actually turning the game off and restarting it, and some people have problems with it crashing at startup, so we don't want that to be an issue. So no credit skip though. You got to watch your credits for both of them.
I know in other what's it called? I think in a lot of SATX categories you have to watch the credits to get the emblem, but in this one it's just kind of more like you have to watch the credits because there's no other way to. It's the most consistent way to make sure that you can enter Dark immediately after finishing Hero. I heard that AMD graphics cards don't crash on startup nearly as much as NVIDIA ones do. I wonder if that is actually like a thing or if it's just kind of like a red herring.
I wish I could test, but I know some people just have a lot of problems with NVIDIA drivers and stuff. I think it's something to do with like the clock speed, where on the NVIDIA cards it'll change a little bit just based on like the load. Because this game doesn't require like a lot of GPU horsepower. So when it downclocks, it'll like crash your drivers and stuff. Oh man. And if you thought that the credits were exciting already, just wait till the next stage.
I love watching elevators. They're my favorite.
You know, maybe we get Dage on the second elevator wait, and Seraphim's gonna be waiting on the first elevator. It's gonna be so intense.
Rolling around at the speed of sound.
Oh yeah.
Solid
So yeah, this is just gonna be like a blitz through the first 20 seconds of the stage, and then strap in your seatbelts, guys. Yeah.
Dage opting not to ride the elevator, instead chilling upstairs, breaking little barrels, and then going down on the elevator to target a bunch of enemies and then whistle so that he gets the points without killing them. Oh.
Yeah, this is a good place to just show off all your obscure SA2 mech tech.
The frame perfect turnarounds. Oh yeah, Seraphim's going for that. Oh. The sound effect when you turn around is probably one of my favorites in the whole game.
You know, that I'd kind of agree. So what you guys might not have been noticing is Dage actually went out of his way to like shoot a couple extra like capsules. Ooh, he gets a skunk. Oh no. Oh, that's not a good omen. So now he's at 80 rings, and this is going to give him the speed shoots when he walks through the checkpoint. So he's waiting for the elevator to get near the bottom. He's going to just make a break for it.
And if you were just like not really paying attention and just looked at the screen to see Dage and Seraphim at the same spot in the level 30 seconds apart, it is entirely waiting for the elevator to fall down.
Yeah.
A bunch of waiting in this stage, but after this it picks up pretty fast.
Oh yeah, the beginning of Dark Story gets intense real fast
Oh, yeah.
with Dry Lagoon and Sand Ocean. Dage is gonna go for sand walking, I know it.
Oh, that'd be crazy if he got it.
That wasn't so difficult.
Gets a cool 159. Really good time. Anything sub 2 is super good.
Oh, for sure. Dage going for a stun lock on a hot shot, or at least I'm assuming you will be, because it's pretty standard.
There we go.
I actually wish Hero started with hot shot instead of Bigfoot. It would just make Hero so much better of a category.
Oh yeah. It's a lot more fun doing this boss than Bigfoot.
Pathetic humans.
Dage opting to jump on the boxes on the side to kill Hotshot in the flight animation instead of the one where he's on the ground and kind of kneels because it saves a second.
Oh, blue striped head. He's gonna
It's the
reset
far
for
one,
that.
Yeah, I'd reset too. It gives jail pieces. back.
Oh, again?
Oof.
This is it. Seraphim's gonna be almost even.
Oh my goodness, he couldn't read the hint monitor and Dage got a piece all the way at the top.
Yeah, Seraphim's only like 10 seconds behind now.
Oh my goodness.
And this isn't even a good piece. That's not a very good piece.
Ooh, Stone Statue's treasure is definitely resettable as well. Protector of the Pond. He got a similar piece.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so this is much more complicated than Wild Canyon. Oh, no! This is the worst. This is one of the worst possible layouts. But he gets the clip
you know
out
what?
kind of fast. Seraphim already has 2 pieces. He got a free piece. I didn't even see what he got.
Yeah, he grabbed it on top of the turtle shell. Seraphim
Oh,
is now
man.
ahead out of Dry Lagoon.
Dude. Look at that. So this is what's wrong with Dark Story in a nutshell. Look at the time difference. Also taking into account that Dage had to reset twice at the start of the level.
And you know, he reset specifically to avoid the piece that he got at the end. You can't always get what you want in Dry Lagoon. It doesn't want you to sometimes.
Yeah. Just imagine grinding dark runs now, waiting through 2 minutes of auto scroller, and then just getting that layout. and that's the dark story grind. As we see
Seraphim's going for
Seraphim,
walking. Oh my goodness.
oh, he gets it first try. All right, all right.
Oh, we have a race. Dage is going for it as well. He gets the shot. He
Let's
gets it as
go.
well. Oh my goodness. This is crazy. This race is insane. Now, it might look like absolutely nothing as both of these robots slowly trundle through the air, walking very slowly. But this skip is incredible because it allows you to get the Mystic Melody early and go all the way deep into the stage. This is a crazy skip, and honestly, I'm pretty sure that is an actually frame perfect trick.
Yeah, it'll depend on a lot of stuff. I don't know if it's frame perfect, but it depends on like the shot. Like, you know, the mech will shoot at really weird angles, and like it's insane.
There's a lot of there's a lot of moving parts going on at once.
Yeah. Yeah, so it skips you to where you'd normally be about a minute in the level, but you get there at around like 45 seconds. So it's huge.
Seraphim actually misses a little jump that can save like I think 2 or 3 seconds. Dage is going for the same one, but he gets it.
Ooh, he's going for the baller jump. And he gets it. There we
my
go.
goodness. This race is incredibly close, and this is why you don't ever give up on an SA2 race. RNG can redecide it like that.
Man, I don't know what to say. This turned around fast, and and it's still hype. It's not even like it turned around because of like weird spaghetti, but like they're both playing so well. That's exactly what you want to see.
I'm
It's
excited
natural.
to see this Radical Highway. I'm super excited to see it. Ooh, that was crazy. I mean, I knew you could cut in front of that plane, but I wasn't expecting him to be able to get it. Let's see if Dage... Oh, Dage just goes all the way far right.
Yeah. Neither of these runners are a slouch for like the Sonic stages and the Shadow stages. Dage especially. He's known for having like crazy good Sonic and Tails.
Oh,
Seraphim. Ooh.
I take
Dage?
it, though.
Yeah, he handles it okay. He doesn't lose much time from it. It kind of evens out.
Seraphim reading which cylinder is gonna be lower correctly. We're gonna see if Dage goes for the... Oh, he goes for Cycleless, where you just forego doing either cylinder and clip through a wooden box to get it a spring, but it doesn't appear to lose him too much time.
Seraphim successfully riding the rails. How many of you guys knew that there was even a spring down there?
I actually did not. Even in my early dark runs, I didn't know that there was a spring down there. I was super confused. Man, those jump offs, like when you jump around the loop instead of going for it, some of them still scare me, especially that last one. So like I always get a little bit scared whenever I see a runner like trying to skip them. But these two handle it with absolute ease.
Wow, Seraphim's gonna have a really good time. Sub 150, easy. Dage with the little bit of spaghetti that he had going on the bridge. If you didn't see, he spin dashed off, and like, you know, sometimes the rails don't catch you. So, unfortunately, that happened to him. It loses tons of time, and you know, there's not really much you can do about it.
Here we go.
Seraphim heading into egg quarters.
Too easy for me.
I'm extremely excited to see what's gonna happen. Egg quarters could completely re-equalize everything or put it heavily in one runner's favor or the other.
I'm gonna go out on a limb, say that Seraphim's gonna get a good time here, but then I'm predicting that he's going to have a bad security haul just because bad RNG.
Yeah. He got a green room piece. We're gonna see if he goes for death strats off of it. I think it's potentially possible. It might be seen as a little bit greedier of a strat because of the well, because they're not. I don't think they're as guaranteed as the Death Chamber ones, but he's definitely still going for it.
They're pretty good. There are a lot of pieces that can spawn in the red room. And this
Fair
is an
enough.
alright one. It's not like one that you see on the start, but like it's very close.
Ooh, his radar's already green.
There we go. Nice layout, man.
Dage also getting a nice layout and finishing immediately behind him. Holy crap.
Yeah, he didn't even need to do a death strat. So that saved tons of time over Seraphim. And yeah, they're almost even again.
Unbelievable. And yeah, if there's ever anything that would test the mettle of these runners is being neck and neck on 2 mech stages in a row.
So this
Because
is
the mech execution, I would actually argue, is the most punishing in the whole game.
Yeah, lots of little slowdowns will just add up over time, especially because it takes so long for him to accelerate again. It's not like, you know, with Sonic where you have like a bounce accel, it can get like decent speed. But like with these guys, if you stop, you have to like build up that speed again.
It's actually really interesting because Lost Colony and Weapons Bed, which is the next stage, actually, I feel like they test your mech movement in 2 completely different ways. Because this tests your mech movement in terms of like how well you can jump around doors and like keep your speed, but Weapons Bed will test your hover jumps and stuff like that, just your maneuverability in the air. So it'll be a real gauntlet to see who comes out on top.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. I never really thought about it that way, actually, but I think it's a good way to look at it, actually. Ooh, Seraphim missing a little hover there, but he ends up going for a backup.
That platform's not too bad to get. It's just right there. It's almost like the it's almost like the devs knew that we would be trying to jump over there and just gave it to us, you know what I mean?
Alright, so this is the last really big auto-scroller. No, it's not. Shoot. Why do all the Eggman stages have auto-scrollers? What the heck? Why didn't Tails have any of these? He had one at the beginning of Hero, and that's it.
Oh, yeah. I was like, which one? Oh, wait.
The other elevator.
The other elevator.
These elevators, man. Oh, there's Big the Cat. Oh, there he is again.
Oh, my goodness. Despite the timers on the clock, these runners are right beside each other.
Yeah, Dage is saving a surprising amount of time on the stage. Like, you know, Seraphim's... No, he doesn't even get the sub 220. Dage gets a 215. He
Oh
saves
my
an entire 5 seconds.
Unbelievable, dude.
The thing is, you wouldn't even notice a difference unless you, like, looked at them side by side. It'd be kind of hard to tell just from, like, you know, it'd be hard to tell where exactly they lost time because they did almost the same things.
Yeah. That's definitely a stage where every single little movement matters. But Weapons Bed is a stage that's painted with a little bit broader of brushstrokes, so we're going to see how Seraphim handles really the first major component of the stage. Oh, instead of going for the pause hover and going all the way to the right, like you see Dage going for, Seraphim just kind of normal jump hovers and goes a little bit earlier, which I don't even think I've really seen that too often.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess maybe he's feeling a little shaky. That's my only guess. Because it wouldn't really be any faster RTA, even avoiding the pause.
.48 check from Seraphim, 47 check from Dage. Oh my goodness, Dage is clawing every single moment of this time back that he can.
Ooh, but little mistakes there. See, and that's gonna just undo all that he got, all that he did to get back. That's a
The
shame.
105 check from Seraphim is really nice, but even still, a 106 from Dage.
Oh yeah, and Seraphim's talked about how much he hates the satellite jump. So, and you can see why. It's a pretty tight hover.
Oh no!
No,
That's
man, no!
awful. Oh my goodness, not like this. You can't have it happen like that. No, come on.
You can't trust the fences in this game. They
That's so
hardly exist. You saw an egg golem. The floors hardly exist, so you can't imagine that they'd properly, handle standing on like a small fence in the physics engine.
Mm. Yeah, and those fence jumps are gonna come back later in Cosmic Wall. I know, like, at least Dage likes to go for a lot of different fence jumps, so we might see the revenge of the physics engine on Dage's side. But until then,
So close.
Better luck next time, Fox Boy.
I would
Well-
love to reiterate that the race is still absolutely not over, especially going into Security Hall.
Yeah. So this is another stage that, the time can vary between 30 seconds with no safe pieces, or you get 2 safe pieces that are on 2 different switches and it's over a minute. And with this one, especially more than all the other stages, there are lots of hints. Sorry, there are lots of hints that have the same text, but they can be in like 3 different spots. So you have to like either check another hint or you have to like go around. See, Dage is checking a hint now, so he knows it's on blue floor. He already hit yellow before he started the game, so
Yeah, a rare opportunity where preparing for a race ended up not doing him too well.
It's gotta be
Because by default, the game has blue switch active, but more pieces tend to be in the yellow safe, so you want to activate that before the race starts. It's actually kind of funny because Seraphim got a yellow safe piece when he had blue active, and Dage got a blue safe piece when he had yellow
ooh,
active.
Dage is being a baller. Look at that.
Unbelievable.
got it.
Even with the pause abuse, that saved a little bit of time.
There's so many wall runs in this game.
This is 2018 SA2. You didn't think it could go any further, but like it just keeps going. It's such a nice, flexible engine.
There's always something new.
Yeah, so they got really comparable pieces.
Can't believe I've come this
Um,
far just to fail.
Yeah, not really much you can say about that. It wasn't very good RNG on either side.
Dage going for the manip on a flying dog to kind of keep him in a corner. Looks like he's going to be getting it without too much trouble. We're going to see Seraphim very likely go for a similar thing. Actually, he just opts to not go for it.
Yeah, he's still gonna get the first hit and the second.
Not bad, huh?
Is that so good? No, it's not. It didn't look right.
I didn't actually know you could get the first 2 hits in such quick succession.
Yeah.
Or at least, like, not, like, from the boxes, I mean.
Right, so as Seraphim's having a little bit of trouble finishing this off, but as he's doing that, Dage is going into White Jungle, notorious for terrible collision. Like, there are a couple parts where he might just clip through the floor for no reason. So, keep your eyes open. Anything can happen.
We saw, what's it called? We saw Dage go for a crazy strat involving a storage under the first, what's it called? Under the first little barricade. It normally requires a somersault, but if you hold B, you can just walk through it. And it's really, really tight timing. Seraphim opted just to not go for it, which is, again, completely fair. It saves not a lot of time, especially not in a race. The risk reward might not be there. but this is I don't know if this is the stage you want to take too many risks on. We're gonna see how it turns out for Dage.
Yeah, especially at the end here, because with how the collision is, with how like the movement is on that part with the speed pads, and like the nearest checkpoint is pretty far behind. But Dage is like on 132 pace or something. This is extremely good for a run.
This is an incredible white jungle.
Awesome.
Yeah, there it is, 132.
And you can see Seraphim's having a little bit of trouble there with these little half pipe things. They're not fun to go down, especially if you're not lined straight up down the middle. They can just be a hassle to go down, and sometimes you just lose speed for no reason.
Sometimes they also just throw you off for no reason.
Yeah, that's even worse.
So now we're gonna see the dark side equivalent of the Faker cutscene, and I don't believe there is the same IL strat for the Sonic one fight that there is for the Shadow one fight.
No, it still exists.
Oh, does it?
It's pretty similar. It's just like the angle's a little different, I guess. But yeah, see, basically the
Fair
same.
enough. Dage making quick work. Let's see if Seraphim can do the same thing.
All right, so as Seraphim's about to partake in an epic battle, Dage is going to a real man stage. Route 280. If you thought Route 101 got crazy with Seraphim, just watching anyone try to take on Route 280 is an adventure.
This stage actually, I feel like, really just doesn't like people. This might be the Rouge stage that hates the player the most. There are incredibly difficult hairpin turns in this stage, and when you're drifting like this, it can be very difficult to control the car properly. And the ring route, actually, there wasn't really a defined ring route until very recently.
Oh yeah. So, getting the optimal boost route for this is extremely hard. It involves getting a turn on the beginning of lap 3, where if you mess it up, it's, you know, the boost route's over. You got to do a backup. But like, if Dage can manage it, or if Seraphim can, I don't know if Seraphim's ever tried to go for it, but it saves tons of time. Gives you like an entire extra boost. Yeah, Seraphim hitting the car there.
He took the turn nicely otherwise. I think he was expecting to hit the car because he just used the boost immediately after.
Yeah. Dage? Did he get the corner?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, it looks like he did. He saved the boost. His positioning looked great. So this could work out. All right, yeah, he's going for it.
Wow.
He better not mess this up.
Ooh, that was sketchy from Seraphim. Oh my goodness. But he pulled it out. I was surprised that he was able to take that corner without burning out. I know that's a problem corner for a lot of people.
Oh yeah, it's easy to just run right into the wall there. Oh yeah, so Dage pops off his boost, and now he has to wait. No. He already used it. Hold on. Oh yeah, he's not gonna have the optimal boost route, but it's still really good.
Oh, for sure.
This is gonna be an okay time.
Oh man, I always get scared when I see a runner hit a wall and the card like really suddenly turn. Because if you hit a wall and your car is turned too far, disaster strikes.
245? That's all right. It's an okay time.
Acceptable.
Yeah. Most runners get, at like a medium level, most runners get around like 250. The level can go down like you can get like kind of consistent 241s, 242s, but
Mhm.
it requires a lot of concentration, and like it's so finicky. Not a lot of runners can do it consistently.
I'm in pursuit.
Speaking of consistently,
Um
what?
okay. So
Oh,
Dage's game crashed. That's not good. So
hmm.
File select.
Seraphim's gonna be getting the advantage right here.
Let's
He is
go.
now ahead.
They're in that blue zone.
Hopefully Dage can get his game started.
Yeah, fingers crossed
guess
that it
he-
boots first try.
I guess he was going for I guess he messed up at the beginning. He went to go for restart and he accidentally opened up the leaderboard.
A brutal mistake. I'm sure a lot of us have made it. Seraphim having a clean start to his Skyrail, though.
This stage is extremely fun. It's the shortest stage in the game, but the movement's just so great throughout.
Yeah.
File select.
Seraphim opting not even to trick off the rail, or maybe he pressed A little bit late, but he looked like that was intentional. He played that way too well for that to not have been what he was planning to do. Still gets a 47.
Oh hey, Dage is let's go.
Dage is now in pursuit of Seraphim.
Maybe I didn't
Oh,
try hard
man.
enough.
This sucks. He's an entire 45 seconds behind now. Like, man. Oh, and that jump was a little weird, but that's also good because he didn't get a lot of height. So I guess it was kind of better.
Just playing with the cards you're dealt.
Yeah, I'm glad Dage is still going on with the run. You know, that throws so many people off tilt.
Yeah, it's good to see that he's just being a good sport about it and continuing to play it out instead of getting mad that his game crashed.
All right, Seraphim coming into the last of the treasure hunting stages. And even though it's a big stage, it's probably not as bad as the other stages in the game.
Mhm.
The hints are kind of straightforward, except for that they're literally not straightforward, they're reverse. But
Aside from the hints that are just completely incorrect, like three colored container, and what's it called? I think it's a blue light balcony.
yep.
These hints are actually rather good.
So this is a cool piece. Let's see if Seraphim can actually dig for this on this platform. Instead he goes for the top, but you can actually dig that one from the platform he's standing on right now.
And
Ooh, this
Seraphim
is
does get blue light balcony, which is a great piece in the set.
perfect.
It's gotta be close. I got it.
Solid.
Meteorite without
How was
grass.
that?
Wait,
Perfect?
I guess that was the second hint. There we go.
Seraphim entering the Knuckles boss fight.
Treasure hunter.
We'll see if he'll be able to make quick work of Knuckles as he did Rouge. I don't think it should be too much of a problem for him.
Hand over those
He's definitely got this.
Give them to me.
Yeah. Dage also getting blue light balcony to finish it off. Fun fact about the hint beside the rocket that on the platform Dage was just on. That hint is actually infinitely respawnable. So if you collect the hint and then take the rocket, you deload the hint before it deloads itself, and you can just keep continuing to read the hint and then take the rocket away. Dage getting a 112 as Seraphim enters Cosmic Wall.
This is one of my favorite stages in the game. I love the physics of it. It's so unique from everything else. So, I don't know what Seraphim's gonna do regarding the rails, whether he's gonna go for the full Russian skip, or whether he's going to just like skip the first tower, or the second tower, I guess, the tower skip, you know, and then run the rest of the stage. Dage is definitely gonna clip back in and run the second half of the stage.
Yeah. I'm actually curious to see if Seraphim goes for the, if Seraphim is going to elect to go for the tower clip more than once. Or once at all. It looks like he's just going to go for the normal clip, which I can't blame him for. You just got to play things safe, and he doesn't take the Cosmic Wall Express. Easy peasy.
Now we're going on an adventure. Oh, he's going for the full Russian skip. He's looking to have a comfy, relaxed flight through space. So,
yes, basically, there's nothing out here that's going to stop him, and he's just going to use this time to relax, recuperate before, really just before final chase.
yeah, he's got another, like, over 2 minutes of just flying there. So get comfy. You can watch Dage. He's probably going to stay in bounds for most of the stage. So if you need some action, you got it on the other side. Or if you need to like chill off at how relaxed or how intense this race has been, you can look on the right. Dage getting out first try. Okay, so Dage is on pace to get like a sub 340, I think. His beginning was good enough.
I'm actually kind of taken aback at how early Seraphim turns, but this is such a lenient skip. You can just turn wherever you want, wherever you're comfortable. Maybe lenient's not the correct word. It's a really personalized skip. You can really just, if you look at different runners that do it, you can just see all the different places they turn. And this one's kind of interesting because it gives him like an under view of the tunnel instead of the normal far off to the side view that I'm used to seeing.
Yeah, Seraphim's, even though we see the tunnel, and a lot of you guys will probably recognize the tunnel, he still has another minute flying to go. And you're going to see Dage is going to take advantage of how long this flight part is here. And by taking the rail, he's actually going to be a little bit faster than just flying to the goal ring. But just marginally.
Yeah. It all depends on how good your movement is before opting to take the last auto-scroller. It's actually really funny the way that this level works out, that it can be faster to take an auto-scroller.
Yeah. Yeah, it is kind of weird. We're complaining about it so much, but in reality, we need it.
Yeah.
So yeah, Seraphim done with a 350, but Dage is gonna end up saving like 20 seconds here. Dage got a really good checkpoint time right before the auto-scroller.
Yeah, so if you remember how long Seraphim was flying beside the rail, Dage is going to show the difference in the taking the auto scroller down that same tube.
What have you done to Sonic? I'll never forgive you for this.
Ooh. This
Yeah,
Tails
so-
2 fight. Tails 2 is kind of aggressive.
Yeah. It's really different between because like Sonic and Shadow's AI are very similar. Rouge and Knuckles are very similar. But like Tails and Eggman have totally different acting AI. And Tails is like he'll strafe you, man.
Seraphim coming up to final chase. Oh, there's so much. There's so much that can happen in this stage. Right off the bat, he goes for the jump and pause extends it. That looks nice. Goes underneath these gravity tubes. No difficulty at all.
He's going to be coming up on a big jump here. Oh, wait, he's not even going for it. He's going to take the safe route. Nice, easy homing attack over the edge. Gets you there every time. And, like, even going the slower route, he still gets a 36, which is actually pretty crazy.
Yeah, that's a really good check.
Good so far on the tubes. Taking his time up them. Gonna do a nice little jump here. Yeah, he's handling it very well. This part is notorious for just, like, destroying people's hearts. The vertical tubes, the gravity tubes in general just hardly work.
Yeah, they can really, what's it called? They can really get at you if they decide they don't want you to succeed today.
We can see Dage got a 33 with, he did the bigger jump, the one that's a little bit tighter. But, unfortunately, a little bit of fumbles here, but he actually doesn't lose much speed. Oh, wait, did Seraphim mess up mini skip?
Yeah, Seraphim hit the last kill plane.
Oh, man. He's too low.
So this could be the re-deal breaker.
Oh, no.
Really.
No, he lost his gravity at the end.
No.
Oh,
This could be the exact undoing. Oh no.
Man, this skip is so weird. It's like kind of easy, but like everyone chokes it once in their life, and it's just like it's the worst feeling. Seraphim's just gonna opt to go the normal way. He's certainly frustrated right now. As Dage comes near the end, he's gonna get a sub 2 maybe. Is he gonna do this cute little hover? I saw him do this before the run. Does a little hover. Oh no, he bonks.
And that's all. Oh no, and Seraphim doesn't get enough speed. He doesn't
What
get
the
over.
heck, guys? Come on.
Oh my goodness,
You
spaghetti
can't
all
both-
over the floor.
You guys can't do this.
What's
right
happening?
now.
Oh my goodness. It really is not over until it's over.
This hurts a little bit. I'm hurt. But Dage makes it. He has his own troubles. He makes it. Seraphim is coming up on the final stretch.
I mean, if Dage's Sonic 1 or Dage's Sonic or Shadow 2 was pretty it was pretty sketch. So this might still not be the end of the race. Or at least this might not be the deficit versus ahead may not finish how it is right now.
Here we go.
Yeah. There are a couple things in last story that could cause weird issues. BioLizard is an obvious one.
Maybe I didn't try
Rouge's
hard enough.
clip will be a
Yeah.
thing. In Final Hazard, if they aren't careful, can really just destroy you, make you lose like over a minute at the end.
I actually got so caught up in Final Chase I forgot about last story. There is still so much left. There is at least 3 choke points left. Maybe more. The final boss is so many choke points in and of itself. It was considered one of the hardest final bosses by a lot of people for a long time. And it certainly isn't kind to last story runners.
Yeah, lots of times it sets up just like position traps that you can't really, you have to like navigate like a surgeon out of. I think, I mean, I'm sure every combo is definitely possible, but it's just like sometimes, you know, it's got that laser and sometimes they'll just like hit you with it right away and like you can't do anything about it.
And sometimes it's like the game knows like exactly what path you're trying to take and just laser circles roughly in that direction to destroy you. Oh, it's brutal. But this is really, really close. Considering like that we are an hour and 20 minutes in, we are absolutely right beside each other.
Yeah, so as far as like unique mechanics, this stage is gonna have a time stop. So you're gonna see them you know, if they end up messing stuff up where they need to have time pause, they're gonna have to like go back and get it, and like especially for Rouge's part, it's really easy to choke with time stop, and I don't know, it's so funky. Oh, yeah. So this is going to be the final story of the run, and the time is going to stop when we get to the time is going to stop when the timer stops on the final boss.
And you can tell it's the final boss because both of the speed characters are Super Saiyan.
Yeah, we'll point it out again when it's going to be there.
Mm-hmm.
So reminder, Dage is like a little over 30 seconds ahead of Seraphim coming into the last part, and we got about 10 more minutes left. Little under 10 minutes coming to the final stretch.
The runners wishing each other one last good luck before last story.
That's so honorable.
Yeah.
They both know like what happened. They're like taking a second to breathe in.
Mm. It really shows how much respect they have for each other. Dage starting up last story. Oh man, cannon scorer. This stage is brutal.
I love this stage. I think it's so cool.
It's cool, but it gets to me, dude. It's scary. There's so many different parts that just, oh man.
Oh wait, yeah, he doesn't have enough time on the time stop because, oh yeah, another mechanic. If you shoot the time stop, oh no, Dage is. It's not safe. It's not safe.
Not safe, my guy.
Yeah, so if you shoot the time stop thing, it doesn't last as long as if you run into it for some reason.
Really?
So,
I actually didn't know that.
yeah, I don't know what it is, but yeah, that's just how it is.
Oh, Seraphim barely doesn't have enough time to break the artificial chaos for free. Seraphim also floating down. Oh, okay, he's fine.
So at least for the Tails part, less so for Eggman, because you're gonna see they're probably gonna end up skipping most of Eggman's part. But for Tails' part, it comes down to like just barely timing your time stops correctly, because you gotta wait on like certain enemies to drop. So you want time stop to be activated for the smallest amount of time.
Mm. I can't believe how close they are again.
See, Seraphim actually shooting a shot there. It's normally a guy with a shield, but because of how the game works, he releases a shot and then the guy unrenders, so the game automatically decides that he's dead. But it didn't work out. He shot too early.
Also, Dage does get the Eggman portion clip out first try. It looks like Seraphim's not. He's gonna opt to not go for it.
That's not good. He's gonna have like a lot of time to make up for that.
Yeah, I don't know if that's time he has to play with. Dage coming up to a part that he personally struggles with a decent bit, the Rouge clip.
Yeah.
He's through.
There we go. I feel like that clip is less so about mashing, but it's like a specific rhythm that you need to get through. Oh, I don't like what Dage is doing there, waiting for like an extra cycle. I don't know. It's not like a lot faster, if any. Like sometimes it works out that hitting that time stop is faster, but like if you have to wait for it, Seraphim's really struggling with this more than I thought.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he locks his camera triggers, which is
Yeah, and he's drilling into the ground too. That's
oh my goodness.
something I don't see people do that.
No, he was too low. He drilled too much.
Yeah, all you
no.
need to do is glide there. You don't need to drill.
He's through. Oh, he clips
yeah.
back in early. Oh, and he stops time.
Oh no, this is just like, this is a mess. He's got himself in a pickle. Ooh, Dage doing some good stuff with Sonic right now. Hopefully he doesn't get hit here. Oh no, he has a ring now. Never mind. Yeah, he's coming up on the end.
I don't know how I feel about him having time stopped here.
Nah, no reason to do it. It's slower.
Yeah.
The current already carries you like basically spin dash speed. So.
Yeah. And there's no potential to mess up because you can't get stopped by hitting a wall.
A little bit of a fumble there, but Dage makes it. Fortunately, that's a little bit of time for Seraphim to help make up, but this is gonna be the tough climb. Dage is gonna have to mess up like Final Hazard at the end.
It's a nail biter for sure.
It could happen. That's the thing.
Yeah,
like,
it's
it could totally
happen.
happen.
BioLizard and Final Hazard are both like huge choke potential parts. Okay, Seraphim almost taking an untimely death.
And now we'll get to see how the current affects how fast Seraphim
Seraphim's
goes here if the camera decides to work. Okay.
That was very weird.
And Dage now coming on the third hit, making okay time with his BioLizard. He used to hate this guy. He probably still does, but he's at least gotten better at it.
Yeah, it looks like he really has a good understanding of the angle he needs to hold and the rhythm he needs to mash, when he needs to mash.
Oh, he got unlucky. He got hit by a... Oh, well, that's not that bad. He got hit right away, which is really terrifying. But...
Yeah, because if you get hit by anything else, you have to redo the whole fight. Dage entering Final Hazard as Seraphim enters BioLizard.
So Dage with about a minute and a half left to go. So final boss again. Time's gonna stop when the timer stops on this boss. We'll try to call it when it happens. Seraphim with a nice first hit.
Second hit, all right.
Gonna grab his bearings again. It is a tiny bit faster to go up his body, I believe, but I don't know. As long as you're like a fast masher, you can get up like anywhere. But if you aren't good at mashing, then it needs like a really good stick angle and like a really specific spot.
Final Hazard didn't appear to give Dage too much trouble in the first half, but the second half is when two lasers come out, and then after this hit, the red bubble shield starts to pop out. Seraphim going for the final hit on Bio Lizard now, as Dage goes for the last couple hits on Final Hazard.
All right, Dage making it look easy.
Yeah,
but
really.
not intimidated. That's the secret to this boss. You have to not be intimidated by the lasers and the projectiles.
He actually just floated through. I couldn't believe the patience.
There we go.
Yeah.
So the time is going to be over for Dage in like about 5 seconds. You'll see when the timer stops.
And time for Dage. 1:30:15.
Yeah. To think, like, his game crashed.
Oh, man.
He had, like, terrible Dry Lagoon RNG. His Dark Story was unfortunate. His hero was really good, though.
Yeah, his hero was incredible.
But, like,
But above all,
in
it was just down to that final chase.
Yeah. Man, I hate to see that. Final Chase is such a killer. I hate it. It ends so many good people's runs.
And it gets you on tilt, too. If you lose a run to Final Chase, you have the most bitter taste in your mouth afterwards.
Seraphim looking to finish it off, but that's just a bad spawn. And, like, the laser's totally crossed right in front of where he needed to be. Both of them. Oh, yeah. And look at that. Yeah, Seraphim's weapon's bad.
I'm still sad about it. I'm still really sad about it.
Yeah. I was gonna say he had a good Dark Story, except for the ending, but, man. It's tough.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, look at that. Look at that. Okay,
And
Seraphim's coming to the
Seraphim
end.
finishes his own run. Gonna be time right about now.
There.
So that'll be a 1:31:58 for Seraphim. Solid race from both runners.
All right, so Dage typed out, he got a 57:52 for his IGT, which that's not world record, but it's extremely close.
Yeah.
Hey yo, Seraphim.
Oh yeah, he's in here too.
That was a race. That was a race.
That was.
I don't
quite
know if
the
it was
race.
good, but it was a race nonetheless.
It was a nail biter. I was on the edge of my seat for sure.
I was like, I was so sure that I was gonna lose after Final Chase, but then I looked on stream and it's like I saw Seraphim goofing up in the middle there. I felt very bad.
I did not like Final Chase. It made me uncomfortable watching all that spaghetti from both sides.
It made
felt
me
so
sad.
bad. Man. So, yeah. So a game crash. You know, he had a really bad Dry Lagoon. I don't know.
Okay.
It was just really strange throughout the whole thing.
Yeah, about that game crash, since people are saying I didn't buy the game, it's kind of funny, but the point is, I just didn't want to open up Steam all the time, so I ended up, actually, I think I was using the cracked version to help Mustache, like, test something with, like, custom levels and stuff, and I forgot to change it back, and I didn't think I would screw up on menuing, so I thought, I'll be fine. But then again, it was not fine because I did it anyway.
Yeah.
I had my mic muted. Sorry about that.
Oh, yeah,
that's
welcome.
But
fine.
as I was saying on Final Chase, or I was saying originally, was I don't know what happened. I held my angle, and then Shadow like shifted on his own up a bit, and I kind of got confused, and it kind of threw off my rhythm. So I lost the first one, and then I just kind of second guessed myself. So I'm not sure what happened there, but
Yeah.
I was
I
pretty bummed.
was-
I was a minute 26 ahead of a minute 10 ahead of PB after Lost Colony, and I finished a minute 13 behind. So I'm pretty disappointed in that run.
Yeah,
Um,
I was disappointed too. Seraphim, what time did you get?
I had a 131.36. My IGT was a 101.48.
Oh, I have a 57.52 IGT.
The reason the race was close is because of your game crash. I made too
Yeah.
many mistakes to win.
I mean, honestly, I feel like it was necessary to make the race even more like nail biting. You know, it made the race more exciting.
Good excuse.
Yeah,
Kind
for
Good
sure.
excuse.
Although I felt like an idiot after the fact. But, you know.
No, had the game
Things-
not crashed, it would have been a very clear victory. I did not play. I did catch up, I know, a little bit. But after weapons bed happened, I didn't feel like I was tilting, but my play looked like I was tilting. Like I was calm. I said, okay, let's just keep going. But then I just kept making mistakes and ended up giving away the lead.
It's hard to keep cool after something like that. It was
Yeah,
oh, it was so sad.
I agree 100%. I mean, Seraphim, I feel bad because I saw you die in weapons bed. And even though I got really bad Tri Lagoon RNG, and that's kind of what I needed to like get back, you know, ahead, but it was like sad because I know that was just an awful thing to happen, especially at the end.
I don't know what happened. I got caught on the railing and it pushed me down. When I did a full hover jump there, and that usually helps me clear it. But for some reason, that particular time, I must have hit it in some weird way, and it dragged me to the bottom, into the water. So a lot of goofy stuff this run. Really bad RNG overall in Hero Story.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
awful.
I was
I
gonna
was
say.
I actually it's funny. I was 53 seconds behind after Egg Golem, came back to be a minute 21 ahead of after Lost Colony, and then finished a minute 13 behind. So I had quite a few big swings this
Yeah.
particular run.
Mhm.
I think my hero RNG was okay. Nothing like too great though. My dark
Yeah.
RNG was actually just terrible. Like absolute garbage.
Any questions from the commentators?
I think you guys, for me at least, you guys basically summed up everything. Just like weird RNG stuff, like Seraphim and Hero, Dark for Dage, weird gimmicks with the game crash, and like whatever happened on Final Chase, we don't need to talk about that again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll
no.
just practice it. The other thing is, it's a pretty emotional day for me today. It was my last day of my internship. So a lot of goodbyes.
Mhm.
And I actually just came from kind of just a gathering with a bunch of different people, and it was kind of hard to leave that. So I actually got home like 30 minutes before this started, so I didn't have a whole lot of time to get as prepped as I wanted. But so yeah, I guess I'm proud of my run, I guess, in the sense that I emotionally and even game wise did not feel as prepared as I should have been.
Yo, can we get a clap for Seraphim right now?
Get some claps in the chat.
You do not need a clap for me. But
Nah, you both did really well though.
Yeah. You did
yeah,
better
it
than
was a good
you're
challenge.
letting yourself believe, Seraphim.
yeah, no, it was a good run. It had a lot of potential, especially in dark. I mean, I was on dark PB pace for sure until that weapons bed happened, and I think if weapons bed doesn't happen, then I have a chance of not making other mistakes. But yeah, it was a good run for sure.
All right,
Yeah,
so
that's all I really wanted to say.
I wanted to ask Stellar and Geek something very important real quick.
sure.
Are you absolutely epic gamers?
I think I might qualify.
I like to think I'm an epic gamer, kinda. I don't know. I don't know if that's something you declare yourself or if that's something that other people have to say you are.
I don't
You
know.
know?
Something
There
bestowed
needs to
on
be an
you.
epic gamer leaderboard.
But with that being said, I think this about wraps up the race. Thank you again to Dage and Seraphim for displaying that All Stories showcase on screen. Thank you,
No
Geek,
problem.
for commentating with me.
Yep.
And I think that's about it. And if you want to stay tuned, in about 20 minutes, we have a Super Mario Odyssey any percent race on this same channel.
Ooh, that's exciting.
You want to stick around for that? That sounds like that's going to be a lot of fun. But,
Yeah, it's the hip game. You got to get on that.
Mm-hmm.
with that being said, I've been Stellar.
I'm ID Geek.
I've been Dage.
And Seraphim1313 here. Thank you guys so much for watching.
Yeah.
Yep. We'll catch you later.
See ya, gamers.